Hi everyone, so today I'm going to show you my January empties, and these are all the products that I used up in the month of January. So I'm going to start out with this Lily of the Valley by Brown and Harris. This is a foaming bath essence, and I've had it for a number of years, and I used to use it as a bubble bath. But since I don't do that anymore, I ended up finishing it off as a shower gel. And this had a really nice deep green color to it. And it smelled kind of like Lily of the Valley, but a very soapy Lily of the Valley, if that makes sense. It just smelled like regular soap with an more artificial Lily of the Valley scent to it. So I won't be purchasing this again. This I got from Marshall's. Next up, I finished this CVS brand baby shampoo. This I've also had for years, and I just use it exclusively to clean my brushes, to deep clean them every week or every couple of weeks. This next product, the Garnier Fructis Style Curl Construct Mousse, I didn't actually finish it up. It's actually completely full at this point. I've tried to use it a few times, but there is no way that I can use it as it is intended. I have very, very straight hair, and if I put this on and just try to scrunch my hair and create some sort of waves or curls with this, it just does not work at all, and my hair ends up looking so greasy and so just absolutely terrible, like I haven't washed it in a month. So I gave it a few chances, and I feel bad just getting rid of a full product, but I really have to because it's been sitting around in my bathroom for probably 4 years now, and I still haven't used it. So getting rid of that one. Next up, I used up this Neutrogena Pore Refining Daily Cleanser. This is an alpha and beta hydroxy formula. It is supposed to make the pores on your face look smaller. I did not notice any kind of effect in terms of my pores on my face. This was an okay cleanser. I really have nothing to really say about it. I used it before I put on my makeup in the morning. It doesn't really work to remove makeup at all. But I will not be repurchasing because Neutrogena is not a cruelty-free brand. So there's that. Next, I finished up this Bath & Body Works Pink Chiffon Lotion. It smelled really, really nice, very floral. Let me go ahead and smell it again just to... Yes, definitely very sweet. A very sweet floral, almost kind of gourmand, kind of like a dessert mixed in there. So I really enjoyed it. I really like Bath & Body Works lotions. I go through them pretty quickly, and I enjoy the scents. So I really liked this particular one as well. Next up, I finished this Skintimate shaving gel in the scent Raspberry Rain. Loved the scent. Skintimate products work the same way no matter the scent, and I really enjoy using them. They're pretty much my favorite shave gel. The price is pretty good as well, so I enjoyed this one. I almost finished up this Secret Scent Expressions Passion de Tango scent deodorant and antiperspirant. I didn't finish it off because this is my last one of the traditional deodorants that I'm using that have the aluminum as the active ingredient. I will not be using these types of deodorants any longer because first of all, I do not like putting aluminum on my body. And second of all, because these particular ones don't work very well to both block sweat and the odor. In fact, This particular scent turns on my skin as smelling like BO, and it's very unpleasant, and I would rather use just a straight up deodorant without any kind of antiperspirant, and it smells much better than this, which is supposed to be an antiperspirant. So I'm very dissatisfied with this particular product, and I will not be purchasing aluminum antiperspirants any longer. I finished up this Healthy Sexy Hair Soy Renewal Beach Spray. This came in my Ipsy bag a few years ago. They sent me another one not too long ago in the preceding months. And this is okay. It smells very nice. I just pretty much put it on my hair and scrunched it up, and it sort of created a few waves if I put my hair in a bun beforehand and then sprayed this on, and maybe some texturizing spray, and it kind of worked a little bit, so I enjoyed using this one. Next up, I used up this dry shampoo from Chlorane. This is extra gentle dry shampoo with oat milk, and this came in my Birchbox not too long ago. I really enjoyed this. I think it worked very, very well. It had a very nice, refreshing scent, very fresh scent, and it did leave some white marks, but they were easily, if you shook up your hair, if you kind of played with it and brushed it, they kind of disappeared, so it really wasn't a problem with the white marks, as it is in a lot of dry shampoos. So I would consider purchasing this from Birchbox or another retailer. One of my things fell down, but next up is this Neutrogena Broad Spectrum SPF 35 Oil-Free Moisturizer. This has been my daily moisturizer for some time now, and now I've switched to a Paula's Choice one. I enjoyed it. It was okay. Not the most moisturizing, but it didn't break me out. My skin didn't feel extremely dry with it, and I appreciate that the SPF is pretty high. So there's that. Next up, I have this Sephora waterproof eye makeup remover. This was one of those dual phase ones. It was blue and clear at the top. I enjoyed the way this worked, but I do not like using these types of eye makeup removers. I feel like I really have to work extra hard and rub and use many different cotton balls just to be able to take off all of my eye makeup. This works okay, but it just, with any of these dual phase eye makeup removers, it really puts me to work very, very hard to be able to take off my eye makeup. So I prefer using the Neutrogena Naturals makeup remover just all over my face, including my eyes. So that's that. Next, I used up this Aveeno Positively Radiant Intensive Night Cream. I really enjoyed it. It was very moisturizing. It didn't break me out. It was very, very nice. The only reason why I don't want to repurchase this is because it's not cruelty-free. So there is that one. Next up, I have this CoverGirl Simply Ageless Concealer. I believe this is discontinued. I'm not quite sure. This was in my 2014 Project Pan, and I finally used it up in 2015. So let me just show you what the inside looks like. It is completely empty, as you can see. So I'm very happy to have used up a concealer. I'm just going to set it right over here. Next up, I have a hair product. This is the Decay PRX Preparatives Argan Extract. This is a hair mask. It's an intense fortifying mask. This came in one of my Birchbox boxes. I absolutely loved this. It was an excellent mask. It smelled incredible. I absolutely loved it, and it is a very pricey product, but if I gather enough Birchbox points, I would consider purchasing this again. Well, purchasing this for the first time because it was sent in my Birchbox. Okay, next up I have this Caudalie Divine Oil. And this is, I believe, the smaller packages that they have of this. This was really good. It smelled wonderful. I used it on my face without any sort of problems with breakouts. I thought it was really nice. It is quite expensive, and Caudalie is not cruelty-free, so for that reason I will not be repurchasing. But I did really enjoy this product. Alright, next up I have two nail polishes that are not fully finished up, but I'm getting rid of them because they are old, and I'll explain why individually. So let's start out with this one that was in my Project Pan 2014. This is the Kirkland Borghese nail polish. It is in the color Berry Glaze. It's a nice red, deep red color with kind of really nice shimmers in it as well. Let me show you what the brush looks like. And I used it halfway, probably even more than halfway, but I will not be using this again because not only do I have so many nail polishes in similar colors to this, but also because it stained my nails this terrible yellow color. It looks like just absolutely horrendous, and I always used base coats with this color, and it did not help at all. So I just do not want to stain my nails any longer with this, and it is extremely old as well. So there's that. And the next one I'm getting rid of is this Essie nail polish. Maybe you can tell over there, I used up about this much of it, so probably almost a third of it, maybe a fourth, to be more conservative. This is the Essie nail polish in the color Absolutely Sure. The color itself is very nice, but the application of this particular polish, and maybe I got a bad batch or something, is so streaky and terrible. I would put on 2 or 3 coats, and all 3 of them would go on very streaky and would be very sheer, and it just I was very dissatisfied with how this applied. Let me show you the brush. That is the brush for it. So getting rid of that one. Next up, let's see, which one do I want to show you first? Well, let's go with this. Now I'm moving on to the smaller little products here. I am getting rid of my Maybelline Eyestudio Gel Eyeliner. This was in my 2014 Project Pan. I really was going to stick with it until the end. I revived it twice by heating it up on my my hair straightener, and the first time it worked really well. It revived it and it was creamy again, but the second time that I did it, it essentially dried it up to the point where it is completely unusable. This is halfway used up. I've had it since the year 2010, so for 5 years now. I've been struggling to use this up. I think it's time to get rid of it. It is just unusable, and I probably will never ever purchase a gel eyeliner in my life again unless, I don't know, I change my mind drastically, but they're just impossible for me to use up. So there's that one. I also used up a Dr. Brandt Pores No More vacuum cleaner. This is a blackhead extractor mask. I really liked this. Oh, whoops, excuse me, my phone is ringing. Alright, I'm back. Sorry about that. I will call my dad back. But anyway, this is a really nice mask. You put it on and then it's supposed to turn kind of bluish. It goes on white and it turns kind of bluish, and that's when you're supposed to wash it off. It was okay. I didn't notice any kind of blackhead extracting. I do have some sort of, I don't know if they're blackheads or not, but just my nose is problematic, so I focused it on there, but I didn't notice much of a result, so won't be purchasing that. And that was sent in Birchbox. I am getting rid of this Duo eyelash glue. I never use fake eyelashes, but I purchased this a few years ago, along with 2 pairs of fake eyelashes, which I got rid of because I do not use them. I just only did it once in my life in high school, which was a long time ago, and I gave it another chance when I was cleaning out my lashes just to see if I do want to get rid of all my fake lashes and paraphernalia for fake lashes. And this turned bad. It has a horrendous, rancid, terrible smell. It is definitely not safe to put near my eyes, so getting rid of that one. I used up this Urban Decay Perversion sample mascara. This was sent in Ipsy. I enjoyed it a lot. Let me show you what the brush looks like. This is a struggle because it's quite dried up, but this is what the brush looks like. It's a pretty big, thick brush. I won't be purchasing this mascara because I prefer smaller brushes on my eyes, but I did enjoy how it performed generally. So there's that. Another 2014 Project Pan finished item. This is the Love and Beauty lip gloss. I finally finished it up. I am so happy. I will never be purchasing cosmetics from Forever 21 any longer. This, even though I really liked how it felt on my lips, it was very moisturizing, it wasn't sticky at all. It was, however, very watery and kind of tended to smudge around my lips and kind of not really stay on my lips, and it really was not long lasting at all. But I am so glad to have used up one more lip product from my massive collection. So there is that. I also used up this Zhiwei Anti-Blemish Matte Primer that was sent with Birchbox. I loved this. It worked wonderfully. I'm not sure if it really prevented breakouts or not. I would have to test it out for a longer period of time to see that, but I did really enjoy it. So there is that. So one sample, and then we'll move on to perfume samples. I used up this Yves Rocher Serum Vegetal Day Cream. It was okay. I actually use it at night because it has no SPF. Nothing really to report on. It was nothing special, and I don't think I'll be purchasing that. So there's that. So next up, or last up, I should say, I have these perfume samples. First off is this Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue fragrance sample. This is not my taste of fragrance. If you like really light, aquatic, fresh fragrances, I think you would absolutely love this. I am the kind of person that likes perfumes along the lines of YSL Opium, along the lines of Dior Hypnotic Poison, very deep, musky kind of perfumes. You could even say older style perfumes. These are the perfumes that I prefer. Light perfumes, aquatic perfumes, very floral and citrusy perfumes are not my cup of tea. And this is a very light, aquatic, fresh perfume. And to me, this smells boring. And I do apologize to all the lovers of this perfume. I know that there are a lot of people who just adore this. And if you like light perfumes, I recommend the light blue if you haven't smelled it yet. Next up, I have the Cartier Declaration perfume. This is, I believe, more geared towards men, but I think women can pull it off as well. I would say this is more of a unisex kind of fragrance. It was very fresh. It kind of had a herbally sort of notes into it. I believe it might have a coriander or something in it. I could be totally wrong. But it was just very fresh, slightly cedary almost. But the herbal notes were really the most memorable to me. Again, it was didn't have enough depth for my taste. It was another one of those really light daytime sort of fragrances. So will not be purchasing that one. And last but not least, I tried out the Viva La Juicy Noir fragrance sample. I really liked this. I'm not a Juicy Couture fan, except for maybe the original Juicy Couture fragrance. That one I really like. But this Viva La Juicy Noir fragrance I really enjoyed. It had this berry note that was floating in sort of a nice musky base. And it had the sort of depth that I really like in fragrances. It reminded me a little bit of the Gucci Guilty fragrance. It had the same sort of berry-like top notes in it that added a nice sensuality to the fragrance. And it was also very sweet, which I do enjoy. So if I find this fragrance at a discount somewhere at Marshall's or TJ Maxx, I will purchase it, but otherwise I wouldn't spend the $80 or so that Sephora and department stores sell this fragrance at. But I did really enjoy it. It was more of my cup of tea in terms of fragrance type. So this is all I have for you in terms of my January empties. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will talk to you guys later. Thank you.